is Shane Martin, and I'm here to talk about The Matrix by Laurie and Andy Bukowski. So, first of all, we talk about space and place. The theorist I use for space and place is Jules Salvo. Schematic knowledge, the use of film genre as a framing device, and specific knowledge. So this talks about how the first scene, it shows schematic knowledge from the blinding cursors pulsing and the black neon glass all on a computer telling us as an audience what the genre is, sci-fi. It pulls from audiences' prior knowledge. It's highly recognizable. This works well for intros, and like I said, it's recognizable. We know what we're looking at. We know that we're about to step into a sci-fi film. Specific knowledge shows high intensity. We see Trinity says everything in place, and then she repeats herself. We see Cypher, the character, saying to her, "We're going to kill him. Do you understand? He's going to die just like the others." This leaves the audience wondering what they're talking about. It leaves the audience on their seat, at the edge of their seat, and a bit on edge. Relevant knowledge talks about why and how. So we see Morpheus believes he is the one. This is what Trinity says. Cypher says, "Do you?" Trinity says, "It doesn't matter." And then he says, "You don't, do you?" This is also shown with the police force. This is like a violent, like as it says, them violently kicks down the doors. It sets a tone of what world we're living in and the suspicion that these characters have. This all creates mental space from an audience's prior knowledge of sci-fi and elements like a dark and gritty room with a computer or a violent kick of a door down by a policeman. On page 8 we have dialogue. The theorist I used was Batty and Modelbach. They talk about a script which avoids dialogue, which is on the nose, stating the obvious, instead allows space for the audience to figure the subtext out by themselves and makes them active participants in the drama and therefore more likely to stay engaged. So I talked about distribution of conversation. So we see all the agents talk about how Trinity got away, and then they name drop the next target, which is Neo, and they say they're on the search for him. So this is the target that Trinity and Cypher were formally talking about, which the audience has grasped at this point. This is an actual name drop, and it makes the audience wonder, who is Neo? Why are they after him? Do they know they're after him? Leaves the audience on the edge of their seat through this simple dialogue, and things like smirks from Agent Smith really add to the scene. And I have the hero's journey. Beside this, I have a graph of the hero's journey wheel, which is used in many movies. Some would say it's used in every movie. So I quoted John Campbell. It says, "Appearing everywhere, new combinations while remaining like elements of a kaleidoscope, only a few and always the same." So this references how a lot of stories, nearly all of them, use this, no matter the time, the genre. So Morpheus contacts Neo in the scene and warns him of forces that are after him while he's in work. This leaves Neo having to take a leap of faith and follow what Morpheus is saying as he goes to the elevator, and he heads on down following Morpheus's lead. This is a forced situation, but by a willing hero, as he initially searched for Morpheus, and this felt like the world he was in wasn't real. And we also see Morpheus take a mentor role here, just like many points in the movie, but this is one of the first. I can guide you out, but you have to do exactly what I say. On page 29, we have wants and needs from our character Neo. Morpheus explains how humanity is enslaved and the Matrix isn't real. He offers him the red or blue pill meaning going back to his old life, red pill meaning he finds out the truth. Neo, as we know, swallows the red pill. This reveals exactly the character Neo is, but we already knew because he was searching for Morpheus and he realized there was a glitch in the Matrix, revealing his need to know more. This is a brilliant scene and is an iconic moment in pop culture. So on page 47 we have description of action. I used McKee as a quote. "First, the discovery of the world we do not know, no matter how intimate, epic, contemporary, historical, concrete, or fantasized the world is an element, an artist, element of artist always strikes us as somewhat exotic or strange. Like an explorer parting forest lays, we find ourselves deep within the characters and their conflicts as we discover our own humanity. So we see this with the dojo, in the Japanese style dojo that the two characters fight in. Neo is being trained by Morpheus in a sparring program. Morpheus begins teaching him how to bend the matrix and reality. He teases him by saying, "Do you think my being do you think me being faster or stronger has anything to do with my muscles in this place? Do you believe that's the air you're breathing right now?" So that's him making him question his reality. Once again, Neo pushes himself through the conflict and smacks Morpheus, his higher up or his mentor, as we discussed. This is like a moment as he realizes his own strength as he pushes through. The same thing happens here with the jump he makes that he sees Neo do over a very high drop. Um, this shows us his character learning, training, and becoming a better self for the world he's about to face. So on page 73, we look at Neo's visit to the Oracle. The quote I used was by Field. He says, "The plot points of the end of each act are anchoring points of dramatic action. They hold everything together. They are signposts, goals, objectives, or destinations of each forged link in a chain of dramatic action." And I think that works really well with this scene. We see Neo visits the Oracle, as I said. He is told he is not the one and that Morpheus must die or he will die, and it's between the two of them. This is a major plot point and it's a perfect example of knowing your own ending. So this harkens to the future as this very same thing happens, as in the end Neo dies from Morpheus. This adds to the film, like I said, and I think it gives it a fantastic element of foretelling. It has a good beat, it hints to the audience, and I think it's a perfect example of good structure in a film. Lastly, we talk about narrative. I use McKee again. He says nothing moves forward in a story except through conflict. So Neo has to make a choice because Morpheus is in danger and humanity itself is in danger with the information that Morpheus holds. As the agents have caught hold of him, Neo reveals to Trinity and Tank that he isn't the one and that he is going in after him. Neo goes up against, in this scene, he goes up against his own inner doubt and his own doubt from the friends that he's made over this time. But he comes out stronger in the end because of this doubt as he goes and he fulfills the prophecies. He dies instead of Morpheus. But then through this action, he comes back as the one, making a perfect throwback to the Oracle scene where she said this very thing would happen, but he used it again, almost, if that makes sense. This was my breakdown of some of the scenes in The Matrix. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.